Welcome back. We discussed most common social engineering attacks, but now let's take a look at how we can prevent and how we can recognize when these types of the attacks occur. Let's start off with fake spoofed emails. So I found this cool article on this website which kind of explains it really well how you can detect a phishing email. So phishing emails are usually sent for you to enter some type of information, to download some type of software, or to give any type of important information out to the person that's trying to target you. Here, this website goes through 5 simple steps to detect a phishing email. And after we go through these 5 steps, I'm going to show you how we can send a fake spoofed email from Kali Linux, just so you can see how hackers really do it. Okay, so the first step that we got right here is the message is sent from a public email domain. Now, this is an important one. Bigger companies will never send you an email from @gmail.com. Most of those bigger organizations will have their own email domain, and you will see the email ending at their email domain. Usually the domain will be the name of their company. Okay, so this is an important one. So if you're, for example, getting an email from Facebook or PayPal or any bigger platform, it will never end in @gmail.com. That should be the first sign. Here we have an example of a fake PayPal phishing email, and there are a few things wrong with this. First one, if we check the from part right here, it gives a fake PayPal address. PayPal address will never be paypal@noticeaccess273.com. The second thing is that platforms such as PayPal usually never talk to their customer by typing "Dear Customer." They will refer to you with your full first and last name. In case you even get an email like this from PayPal or any other bigger company and you're not sure whether it's phishing or not, just go straight to the website and log in, and never log in through these links on emails. Since if this is a phishing email, then this login button will also lead to a phishing page. Okay, you can read through all of this. This one is another step that's common. The domain name is misspelled. Now this can either be intentionally or by mistake. Usually this misspelled part is in the website name itself. As it says right here, the hacker can't really buy the exact domain that's already registered. He can add a letter or 2 double letters, and you as a user might not notice any difference, but you should always check whether the link is legit. Okay. The next thing that we have is that the email is poorly written. Now, this is mostly if the attacker comes from a country where English is not their main language. Bigger companies will never send you an email with poorly grammar and poor spelling. So if you see something like that, it's most likely a phishing email. The next thing, and that's also an important thing, is that it includes suspicious attachments or links. If you're not sure whether the email is phishing or not, never ever download those attachments. It could be malicious software. The best approach for this is to contact back the email address that sent you this or the person that sent you this. So for example, if your friend sent you an email with an attachment and you're not sure whether the email is phishing or not, because it does have some things that might point to it being a phishing email, try to contact that friend and ask them if they sent you an email. Usually that's the most simple thing to do, and it will give away whether that email is phishing or not. And last but not least, we have this part. The message creates a sense of urgency, and we already talked about this in the previous video. They will always try to make you do things as fast as possible. Now the reason to that is because you don't really have enough time to think through that email. If the person that's sending the email is your boss or something, you don't want to waste their time, you don't want to look bad in front of them, and you will do exactly as they say as fast as possible without even checking. So these types of phishing emails will usually send a message that creates a sense of urgency. Now, these are some of the simple 5 steps, but now let's look how hackers can actually send these type of emails. The command is simple. I have it open right here. For this specific case, I'm going to use send email tool from the terminal, and all I have to do is type -F option, which simply allows me to specify any email that I want to send this email as. So in this case, I'll send it as random email at gmail.com. The -T option is simply to who am I sending this email, and these are just parts of email such as message and such as heading. Of course, to be able to send this, we also need a server that sends these emails, and I recommend using this one so that the email doesn't end up in spam folder. Now, I will show you how to send with this sendgrid.com, but I already use my free account. If you want, you can sign up and check it out. All you have to do is add to this command -S option and specify their server over which you want to send this email from. Without it, it will still send the email, but in most cases, if you log in to this target@gmail.com, this email will either finish in the spam folder or it will not reach the target@gmail.com at all in some cases as well. So hackers will mostly use these tools and combine it with something like SendGrid to make it look even more legit. Nonetheless, this is how easy you can send a fake email just over terminal in Linux. And we covered some steps on which you should keep an eye on, but that's about it for the email spoofing. I will leave some more resources down below that you can take a look at, and I will see you in the next lecture.